What's up guys, and welcome to another Warcraft replay here. We are going to be watching an Undead versus Orc matchup on the map, Ancient Isles? Ancient Isles, right? Right? Yeah, Ancient Isles. I guess it's kind of confusing, Ancient Isles and Last Refuge. Just flip the map a little bit and it kind of looks like Last Refuge. Of course, Last Refuge has a lot cooler of creep camps there with the Ogre Lord and stuff, but I guess Red Drake is also fine. Okay, that was a weird opening, but TBC spawning in as the red Undead in the bottom right, and Lynn spawning in as the blue Orc player on the top left. I do apologize if the sound is a little weird. The mic is a lot closer than usual because it's kind of like midnight and I'm trying to not yell, so there's that. I'm not sure how well it works, it being quiet, but yeah, we'll just imagine that it does work. Either way, Lynn is gonna go for a Blade Master, as it seems to be just a standard start here. I mean, after last game, I just gotta point out if it's gonna be standard start or not, because last game between himself and 120, he went for barracks less start into early tier 2. I mean, I did see that before, but only now do I realize how much I have to actually look for that, because it's something important to actually worth noting in an Undead matchup, because sometimes they do go double bestiary and sometimes they just don't, so yeah, there's that. TBC is going for TED opening here with the DK first. Just standard starts for both sides, nothing too out of the ordinary here. I mean, the only reason why I chose this game because I saw a Dreadlord third, and yeah, I always like to see different third heroes here. I believe that was the same case the last time we saw a Pit Lord, and I mean, I could have casted the Lyn vs TBC game where Lyn went Farseer first as well. I'm actually curious to see how he used that, but I mean, it's already been uploaded by Crota like a couple days ago, so yeah, that's mainly the reason why I chose this one instead of the other one. Although I'm pretty sure Crota actually uploaded all 5 or 6 games between Lyn and TBC. It's a whole bunch, and yeah, I'm actually not sure, but I'll upload this anyway. I mean, I'm so like mixed right now. I don't even know why. I feel yeah, I don't know really. Anyway, we'll just go back to the game. I mean, nothing really happened too much. Blade Master did just go for this green creep camp. Not getting 2 just yet. I believe it was an itemless camp, but either way, he is harassing his opponent very well, able to take down a couple of skeletons, but the Warden is going to be picked up by the Death Coil of the Death Knight. But I mean, like, it seems pretty worth it for Lyn, able to take down all the skeletons, prevented Death Knight from actually continuing farming, and he is not able to claim the item, so I mean, all in all, it seems like a pretty good exchange there. Blade Master took quite a bit of damage, but I mean, Salve is like a really good item, so I mean, that is no problem for him. TPC on the other hand does have a Crypt Fiend out, but yeah, not producing anymore, I guess mainly because of that tier 2. You can't really afford another one. But I think this the red player here is TBC, so I mean, he has enough resources, he's just saving it for something. Oh, Lyn going right after that Crypt Fiend. I'm pretty sure he will be unable to get it since the Death Knight is nearby and he does have access to Death Coil. So Blade Master not really gonna do too much there. The second Warden did get taken down, so the Blade Master is even closer to level 2. I believe some long distance creeping could give him that, or maybe just a couple of skeleton kills here. I believe he will be able to get this one unless a Death Coil comes in. That should be a level 2 Blade Master with critical strike. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too exciting so far. Gargoyle gets trained up here at the crypt. I'm not entirely sure why. No double crypt, so it could just be a single gargoyle, maybe to scout. But I mean, even then, gargoyle taking a training slot out of that crypt fiend seems a little weird.
We're under attack. Research
Blade Master going for the warrior camp here is going straight after the Magi, who does drop the item. Could potentially be a claws or circlet, and is not being spotted by TBC as he is going to take it down. Nice crit, and he picks up plus claws. So, yeah, is rewarded for being really aggressive, and yeah, TBC doesn't even know that happened. Shadowrunner comes out as the second hero for Lin, Lich comes out second hero for TBC, as he starts tier 3 and starts that slaughterhouse as well. Blade Master going straight after that slaughterhouse and no, it seems like he will be unable to force the cancel as he gets Nova coiled. Very close to getting killed, but yeah, as soon as the Nova coil combo happened, TBC didn't really have much to actually finish the job. Gargoyle is in the air and could actually interrupt the healing of that Blade Master, and it seems like it will be able to do so. Shadowhunter taking the red Drake camp on the top right is going to get level 2 off of that, and a Sobi mask, so that is a really good item for the Shadowhunter all around. Is going to hex the Gargoyle, and since Gargoyles are just normal units, Hex lasts forever. That will be a dead Gargoyle unless, of course, it hides in the trees, but it seems like it is not going to matter as a reveal happens with the Goblin Laboratory. And that was a dead Gargoyle. Overseer camp is being taken down on the left side here. The DK should hit level 2, I'm not sure about the Lich. But it doesn't seem like Lin is actually going to be pressuring too much himself either, as he picks up the Wand of the Wind from the Warlord camp.
We're under attack.
Oh, Skeleton spots the Blade Master but is unable to stop the healing, as Fortress Deck is on the way for Lin, just covering bases. If TBC goes for Destroyers, he can immediately train hit Berserkers. Otherwise, he's just going to be producing from that Bestiary with just Raiders and Kodos. Temple of the Damned has been placed down and is finished. We are seeing Banshees come out for TBC, as Curse procs are really good against Orc players. It's a slightly less version of Slow from the human player, but I mean, it's potentially stronger because, I mean, mathematically you could maybe miss all your attacks. Slow is just a lot more consistent, I guess. Anyway, TP Scroll being forced there as TBC was caught out at the gold camp, and he will just give up the red Drake camp on the bottom left, which again is going to be dropping the powerful item of the map. I believe the dragon does drop the strongest item of the entire map here, as it is going to be Rune Bracers. So I mean, not too powerful, but I guess in this certain matchup versus Undead, Rune Braces would be really nice against Nova Coil. Army Supply is at 36 versus 49, Lin is 49, so he would definitely like to choose this fight here. Cyclone onto the Death Knight as, I guess just to stop his shenanigans, but Cyclone's usually used to deny a heal or something like that. I'm not sure why he's using Cyclones so avidly, but either way, Kodo is out and it is doing a lot of buffing to his nearby allies. That is going to be the last Cyclone. Death Knight's still pretty healthy. He does have the rejuve if he needs it, as I mean, curses are still pretty spread around, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough as the Banshee gets taken down there with an ensnare. Torrent Chieftain is also nearby, and no aura just yet. It could be War Stomp, it could be Shockwave. I have actually no idea just yet, but TBC is not in a position to actually pick a fight. He does not have any destroyers in there. He barely has any crit fiends as well, so he does not want this. Definitely doesn't want this. I believe he is about 10 supply down, and yeah, only has 2 statues and a couple of ghouls. That is not going to be enough to deal with what Lin currently has, and a pretty decent Blade Master with plus 17 attack, I guess. And here we go, double Wind Walk into crit onto the statue there. That is going to be a dead statue. And TBC is going to be slowly pushed back to his main base. Sack Pit has been placed down, potentially for maybe Frost Runes, but I'm not even sure if the game is going to go that long. A nice War Stomp actually hitting the majority of those units, if not all of those units, and yeah, Nova Coil will be able to pick up a Raider, but that is going to be in exchange for a lot more units on the undead side. The mentioned Dreadlord will be popping out here, sleep onto the Blade Master, but of course that can just be interrupted with an attack or just waiting, as it is reduced duration on heroes. Blade Master needs to be extra careful not to get left behind too greatly, as he could potentially get sleeped into a surround there, but he's just going to Wind Walk out. So, yeah, I mean, Dreadlord kind of did what he needed to do, I guess, but, I mean, right now I'm just thinking that was it. That was all the Dreadlord could do. Hopefully he can get more levels, but, I mean, honestly, the Dreadlord's abilities are not that great in itself, so even up to level 5, it might just not be that great. He pretty much needs level 6 for those Infernals if he wants to contribute that much. I'm not even sure if level 3, level 5 is that great of a power spike, because Sleep can potentially just last for like 1 second with an interrupt, but we shall see, we shall see. Still no Destroyer form available, so I'm a little worried about TBC actually in the late game. I'm not sure how he can match up versus Lin's army comp right now, as just Berserkers, Grunts, and Raiders seem to be enough to deal with the undead threat, as the ensnare onto the Dreadlord into a War Stomp there, and a very powerful crit will be able to take down the Dreadlord at 222, and that was a waste of Death Coil. That was pretty disastrous for TBC, honestly. As, yeah, I mean, now he places down the Boneyard, but oof. I mean, once that Blade Master gets the Orb of Lightning, maybe. Actually, no, he already has the Orb of Lightning, so I mean, at this point, I'm not even sure if Frost Runes are even strong enough. Pocket Great Hole is picked up there by the Shadowhunter, and he will place it down and just further extend the lead that Lin has. Oh, low upkeep has been transitioned into, as Berserker upgrade is already done, so Troll Berserkers are being added to the mix here. I guess he was anticipating the Frost Worms, but honestly at this point he doesn't even need Berserkers to deal with these Frost Worms. TBC is going for Master Training on his Banshees. I guess I kind of like that. I mean, possessing Kodos would be extremely game-changing, but the only problem is he needs like those Banshees protected, because Possess does have a channeling time, and they are pretty easily interrupted by just a War Stomp, so I'm not too sure if Possession is going to be as game-changing as I guess it could be. Actually, I'm not even sure why Possession is even in my mind. War Stomp just completely negates it, so a little hesitant on this one. Oh, Shade has been spotted. I'm actually wondering how he spotted that. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, it's Sentry Ward somehow. Probably from a pickup, and well, just got a couple of pot shots on the Shade. Wasn't able to take it down, surprisingly, but yeah, there's that second Boneyard. I'm not sure if it's even needed, but here we go. 54 versus 63. Lin is about 10 supply ahead, but he is the one at his opponent's base, so reinforcements are a lot quicker for the undead rather than the orc. But the army comp looks a lot better for the orc player, honestly. And here we go, ensnare onto the Death Knight as the Blade Master goes ham on him. Hex onto the DK there, unable to use the Hellstone as a War Stomp is also going to chain CC the Death Knight. That is going to be looking like a very quick game-winning play there for Lin as he also takes down the Lich. And that is going to be game. The Dreadlord pops out, but I mean, by the time he came out, both his buddies were pretty much dead. Yeah, that is going to be that. I think that would be good enough until I get back. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys again next week.